Built different. We in the building, y'all.
Please accept me for who I am, and please accept me for what I do. I'm just doing everything that I can, cause all I wanna be is true. So please accept me for who I am, and please accept me for what I do, cause there's no me without you, and all I want. And all I wanna be.
Yo, we are back with another installment of Built Different. I'm here with my brother Wasted Talent. What's good with you, buddy?
I'm feeling excellent, brother, but very, very sad, man.
Yeah, it is, and it's sad because we have to talk about this, right? Coming from these communities where we've probably spent a lot of time. I think all three of us in these dice games, we know how this shit be, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Also, I got my big bro in the building, my brother Moneyel, Mr. Bay America, Mr. Ox Online. What's good with you, brother?
What's happening, brother? I'm blessed, man. How y'all?
Man, just got done doing the show previous, right before this, a little Raider show, and now we wanted to talk about this situation, man, because it's sad, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be one of those guys that's going to act as though I listen to the Migos music, because I don't. I'm going to be real with you. I mean, if it comes on in the car, I'm going to get the gigging a little bit, you know what I mean? Because it's that music that gets you to dance. But to see a kid that's 28 years old, man, just fatally took out in Houston over something that had nothing to do with him.
Right.
It's just sad, man. It really is, man. And I earlier I spoke to you guys both, on the phone separately. We kind of all agreed, like, man, let's talk about this, because a simple dice game, you know what I mean? That's what we call the show, you guys, because it's not that simple. Wasted, my brother. First of all, shout out to everybody here in the building. We already 108 deep. Shout out to you guys. This is not Raider content, you guys. This is hip hop. This is life. Everything else but that. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to stay tuned and listen to some real, hip hop talk and culture talk, you're in the right place. Wasted, my brother. Start this off, man. How you feeling? I mean, for those who don't know, this morning, Takeoff of the Migos, his life was taken down in Houston. I guess it was a private party thrown by Jay Prince Jr. It sounds as though Quavo was losing a lot of money in the dice game. He got into a verbal, kind of verbal argument with someone else. Shots got fired, bless you. And Takeoff was literally on the sideline, had nothing to do with anything. And I believe was hit in the neck or the head. I forgot what it was. I think they said he was hit twice.
Yeah.
And I have to say this before we keep going, because we have to stop with this videotape shit, y'all. Someone is dying literally in front of you, and the first fucking thing you think about is pulling your fucking phone out. That's a problem. Like, that's not just a him problem or her problem. That's a universal problem right now.
Right.
Like, and you know what's sad? Whoever shot that, they were totally wrong. But guess what would have happened if nobody else shot that? TMZ would have went right to that building, offered them $200,000, $300,000, and it would have been dropped anyway. That's what's so fucking pathetic about the world that we live in right now, where some money, look at Nipsey. That shit should have never been released to the public. Ever. That man was hit so many times in front of his own building. That's fucking pathetic, man. Yeah, Wasted, give me some thoughts on this, brother. And we're gonna get into our brother L as well. I want L's opinion on this as well, because we both grew up in Northern California. We know the dice game is real. We grew up playing dice our whole life. We know how this shit rock. I want to get our brother Wasted's take.
I mean, there are three things that I think about. Three things are, one, we live in a really, really sick society right now where, instead of pulling your camera out, the first thing you think of instead of helping the man or trying to go get him help is to pull your camera out, to be the first one to get the information out or to chronicle it for whatever that reason is, right? Yeah. Not get the man help, not try to stop the bleeding, but to get your fucking camera out.
Yeah.
The second problem of this is the fact that something like a private party and a dice game warranted someone to pull out the strap. Like, yo, whatever happened to people just running a fade?
Right.
Like, whatever happened to a fade, bro?
Right.
Right. And thirdly, rich men feeling like they have to do things that they used to do. Like, when you made it, bro, sometimes you have to remove the things that you used to do out of your life because you can't go back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would a man that has this kind of money and resources and power and fame even put them in? And look, I'm not gonna be judgmental, man. They young brothers, man. Bro, 28 years old. You know, his uncle is not much older than him, bro. And they out there having fun and stuff like that, bro. But man, your fun and what you do has to change when the money changes and when the responsibility level changes and when your station changes in life, man. It's this thing that we have in our community, and this is why our rappers are getting killed, where they feel like they can't change with their circumstances. You cannot go back into the things that you used to do when you are a millionaire, man. You just can't, man. You can't. And the reason why we're all here and we're still standing is because once we got to a certain point in life, we had to go and change. Like, we're not all what we used to be. We have to leave what we were behind, and you have to move ahead. So when you get older and you get to a certain station in life, you got to leave these dice games and these trivial things behind, because these are the things that will take you off this planet, brother.
If you're gonna gamble, controlled environment, casino, Las Vegas, Atlantic City, in a controlled environment. And you know what's sad? Speaking of this real quick before we get to our brother L, I seen a video today, right? It was two kids in this high school, and they were fighting. And the Asian cat was trying to hold the dude hand off. The dude was trying to stab him. He had a knife in his hand. These are two high schoolers. And what are all the students doing sitting around? This side, a bunch of people. This side, a bunch of people. Phones out. Watching this other kid almost stab this kid to death. This is the problem with society, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And yes, I see everybody in the comments section saying it's Quavo's fault. I get it. Look, man, at the end of the day, man, that man lost a nephew. You know what I mean? That man lost blood. Like, and that blood is always going to be stained on him for life. I don't want to place any blame on Quavo. I'm not doing that. I'm not here to be like, Quavo did this and he did that. Yes, man. This is why you don't enter dice games, especially as a millionaire. Shit, even when you just regular motherfuckers like us. I've seen it. I seen the homie Blue get killed in Sac, G Parkway, shooting dice. I've seen homies get pistol whipped in dice games. I've seen best friends fight each other, damn near break each other's neck over dice games. When you got that kind of money, man, a controlled environment, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Don't play. You don't return to the same energy, man, that you came from. And I get it. I know a lot of people, Quavo, these guys are from Gwinnett. I know that. Look, trust me, Atlanta's my second home. I know Gwinnett is not Decatur. You know what I mean? It's not the South Side. I understand that. But understand this. At the end of the day, these guys are in the entertainment field, right? So they see a lot of shit. Whether they're real gangsters or not, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it's not about being gangster, right?
No.
What's this about? It's not about being gangster, bro. It's about being in a certain situation, bro. It's about having a certain level of understanding. It's not about being gangster, bro. You can be from the suburbs. You can be from the hood. It's about putting yourself in a situation. You could be a square dude and be in a barbershop and have a couple dollars in your pocket and get in a dice game.
The innocent guy that was not shooting any dice got killed. This is what we saying.
Yeah, and that's what we saying. Like, yo, so that's the problem, yo. You could be in a barbershop and be a square dude, go get your hair cut, and be around a dice game, and hell can break loose. I've seen it happen before.
Yes. I told you guys before, my uncle was in a barbershop playing chess and got shot in the stomach 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sad you can't even go to a barbershop, but we digress. But L, give me some thoughts on this, my brother.
I mean, it's a horrible situation, you know, to wake up to, you know, because especially this year, a lot of artists, we may look at it or see it as rappers being targets out here it's just unfortunate that that the game has turned into this where the pistol play is just it's on steroids right now. It's like
Yeah.
everyone has a pistol, and that's what is resorted to. That's the sad part about it. Whether you are a star or a person of influence, or you just a regular individual just being out in the world. I live in East Oakland, so you know I'm on my toes every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been to your crib, and we were shooting a video in the middle of East Oakland,
yeah,
walking around, you know, still on our P's and Q's though, knowing what can happen,
exactly.
you know, while doing that. And mind you, we weren't looking for no problems. We were actually shooting a video for a song called Mental Health, a song trying to raise awareness for something that a lot of people in the world deal with, but other people don't care. They look at us like food.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, but no, go ahead, El.
No, I mean, Wasted really hit some real bullet points, and I couldn't have said it better. You know what I mean? It's just you could just be an innocent bystander, and and you said something very important as well. I think we discussed earlier off air is get to Vegas, especially when you're a person of influence, you're doing music.
Yeah.
You know, go to Vegas. You know what I mean? And you don't have to worry about that kind of element. But we all know there was a time in our lives where we wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
We were just like, hey, this is what's going down right now. We're gonna shoot some dice, and you know, and it always escalates when it's unsupervised.
And the sad thing is, this was friendly fire, y'all. For those who don't know, Quavo got into an argument or something with somebody. I wasn't there, so I'm you know what I mean? But this is what was the story that was told. He got into it about, there's two different stories I heard. That one was he was getting whacked on the dice game and he started getting into an argument with someone. And then another one was he was arguing with another guy about basketball. So I don't know which one was which is which, but either way, at the end of the day, I get that maybe you think, right, you're around Jay Prince, you're in their city, you checked in, you in Houston, you rocking with some reputables out there, that maybe you're comfortable, maybe you good. That shit don't mean nothing, bro, because there's always that one motherfucker there that don't care about shit. You know what I mean? Especially in those kind of environments, because there's always a firecracker, bro, in each group. We know this shit. I mean, look, in my group back in the day, I was a fucking firecracker, bro. You know what I mean? So, and I know where that can get me. You know what I'm saying? And to see that Takeoff was the one, bro, a 28-year-old young black man that was just coming into his own. Finally, the dude that was like jumping out of that Migos shell and actually like realizing, now I realize as of recently, probably this year, that he's probably the most talented artist out of all of them, out of all three of them.
Bars.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to see that, man, and they just dropped a video yesterday. I think they just dropped the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just
his
sad.
trajectory was going up, man, and it's terrible that this is what hip hop has devolved into. When you look at, and I hate to sound like the old man, but this is not just happening in a vacuum. This ain't happening in a vacuum, bro.
Right.
The music and the message in the music and what's happening in our streets and in our culture is directly tied into what we're putting out as a culture and what we are allowing as a culture. And this is why this shit is happening. Like when we used to talk about love of your people, love of your brother, you know, like getting together, clicking up, doing the right thing by your people. You didn't have people feeling like that the man across from you was your enemy. When the music, you know what I'm saying? We can go from every level of music, bro. You could go back to James Brown and I'm Black and I'm Proud, and in Inner City Blues with Marvin Gaye, and black people loving each other, right? All the way up into the 80s and being aware of what was going on in our neighborhoods through Reaganomics and the birth of hip hop. And then in the 90s, when we were aware of what was going on in the streets and aware of the police and the devolution of hip hop to what it's become now. Now all our women dress like whores. Now all our women, you know, have like they use relationships as this transactional thing now. They don't even look at men as human beings anymore. Like if you can't give them something, then you're nothing. You're a piece of trash. And men look at other men as people that they need to just kill.
Right.
Yeah.
They look at life like it doesn't mean anything. They look at life like it's something that they could just reset, bro. And
Yeah.
the thing about it is, man, it's not something you can reset, bro. And
Correct.
the fact that somebody felt compelled to pull out a pistol over a situation like that is very alarming to me, because I wasn't there, but the danger wasn't there.
No.
The danger wasn't there. And that's why, yo, I felt compelled for us to talk about this, because, yo, it's one thing that I got to give Gilly respect for, right?
Yes, I love that video. I loved it.
Yeah. And I didn't see his video, but it's one thing Gilly always said.
You know what? I'm gonna bring that up real quick while you do that.
Yo, Gilly always say that, yo, we got to have some OGs out here, not some old fleas. Like, yo, it's a lot of motherfuckers that's out here that's older, bro, that they got this gray hair and they try to act like these young boys. And that's the one thing that I refuse to do, bro. I know my age. I put it in. You know what I'm saying? As a man in this world, bro, I'm somebody's father. I got teenage kids and shit, and I am not going to lower myself and act like I'm not who I am, bro. The shit that's going on out here with this music, we need to change it if we want for things to change in our communities, bro. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, definitely. Let me bring this on real quick. I want to show everybody, for those who didn't get a chance to see it. Shout out to Gilly, man. This was a hell of a real shit. Like, I really share the same sentiment. That's why I came on the screen saying, because I felt exactly what he said. Like, real shit. Here we go. Y'all see it?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, let me see.
Something happened to a rapper or athlete or entertainer or anybody of color, the first thing you niggas do is pull your fucking phones out and start recording and post that shit on the internet, man. You niggas is clowns for that shit, man. Y'all niggas is clowns for that shit, man. The last image a motherfucker want to see is they peoples laying on the ground bleeding the fuck out, man. Niggas be having mamas, kids, grandmamas, uncles, aunties. That's some dumb shit, man. But the first thing y'all niggas do is pull your phone out. Ooh, look at such and such. Man, that shit ain't cool, man. For real, man. You niggas, that nigga just lost his life, and you niggas is trying to get likes. Tell me how that shit add up, man. You niggas, all you blog sites, y'all niggas is out of pocket, man. Y'all niggas be trying to get clickbait. You niggas is suckers, man. That man laying on the ground, he bleeding out, and niggas recording it and posting that shit on the internet, man. Y'all niggas is clowns for that shit. I'm telling you, man. This is the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating niggas, man. Shout out to fucking Takeoff, man. Rest in peace, man. Shout out to his family, man. And we send our condolences to y'all for $1 million worth of game, man. Shout out to QC. Shout out to P. Shout out to Coach, the Migos, everybody, man. Hold y'all head, man.
Yeah.
But y'all niggas gotta stop that shit, man. That shit is not cool, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man. Takeoff, man. Love you, Neff.
Shout out to Gilly, man.
That's exactly, and I didn't even see that. That's exactly what we just said.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we said, bro. We live in a society, bro, where people have lost their fucking humanity, bro.
Right.
Like, you don't run to go help them. You pull your fucking phone out, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, yo, bro. This shit, man, is gotten to a point where, like, yo, there used to be science fiction. It was this science fiction movie. I forgot the name of it. I think it's Idiosyncrasy. I think was it Idiosyncrasy?
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That is what life has become. It's fucking ridiculous now, bro. And I don't mean to sound like the get off my lawn guy, man, but we need to get the humanity back into our lives. And this is coming from some guys that are coming to you from YouTube. But the one thing that we can give you on YouTube is some real shit. If you're going to take anything from any social media, take this. Sometimes, yo, you know what's right. You know what you feel. You know what you see. You know how you were raised. Be a fucking human being sometimes.
And you know what's so sad about this shit? Hey, L, did you see the video, bro? Because I seen another video where it just showed everybody walking by him as he was dying. Like, motherfuckers was walking past him, walking off into their own second. Like Jay Prince Jr. kept walking, just walk right by the body, kept it moving. Like, it's just regular ass shit. Like, it's just like an innocent dude is literally dying right in front of your eyes, and just motherfuckers just walking across like it ain't shit. You know what I mean?
It was very disturbing. I hate to see that even with the P&B Rock, how it just really hit the internet. I seen that in a short. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got shorts, and I was just so disturbed by it that would actually be online. You know, this man, this is not a movie. This is not a rap song. This is real life.
Yeah.
And we understand that we already know from all of our conversations, we know we've been in certain situations that we don't ever want to relive.
No.
So I don't understand the logic behind posting anything to that magnitude. I'm completely against that. And people are selling their soul for a bag of likes, a bag of comments. You know, when this man passed away, this was real. And
not even that, bro. It's like he passed away. That's the first thing that you just don't want to have on camera. Yeah. But you literally see Quavo's heart break. Literally, like I accidentally seen the video, y'all. This is how I found out he passed away. I was on Twitter going down, and somebody was like, the video said, not Takeoff. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I click on it, not expecting to see the man is bleeding out. You know what I mean? But you see Quavo literally, bro. This is his nephew, dog. This is his family. Right. His heart just literally breaking into fucking million pieces as everybody just walking by and not just acting like nothing fucking happened. Is Quavo sitting there having to deal with this shit, bro? I couldn't imagine the shit I've been through. I've seen a lot, and El, you kind of been you've been around in my journey, bro, and you know a lot of my history, and I know a lot of yours. Yeah. And I've lost a lot of people in this world. I couldn't even imagine, bro, sitting there and seeing someone I love just leaking out right there and not having any power over the situation. Right. Like just powerless, just looking at him, knowing that because of my mouth and allegedly, I don't know what the real story is, but that's what's being told from different, a bunch of different outlets. Right. That it was Quavo. I couldn't even imagine the survivor's guilt right now that he's holding on to. R.I.P. to Takeoff, man. This shit is fucking bananas. And just like you said, you brought a P&B Rock. Right. Man can't even go to fucking a breakfast or a lunch spot. Where was he at? He was at Roscoe's, right?
Yeah, Roscoe's.
Yeah. Eating with his family, bro. And bro, see, the thing is, when we don't know what really happened, right? But I'm not gonna put that on his uncle, bro. Like, because y'all out there, you shooting dice, you talking shit like normal, right?
That's a dice game. That's what happened.
Because that's what we do, right? So I'm not gonna put that on him, man. Nobody, bro. Like, say for instance, you at a ball game, you playing basketball, you talking shit, it get heated. You don't think it's gonna end in death. No one thinks that, bro. So I'm not putting that on him, bro. But what I will say is that kid bleeding to death and no one trying to help him, bro. Where's our humanity, right? Where have we gone wrong? And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I saw somebody put a comment up saying that these kids don't want to hear us, and they look at us like we're weirdos, and I try. Yeah. Don't give up on the young kids, man.
Can't.
Don't give up on them. Don't ever give up on them, because people thought that we weren't going to get it. And we get it now. Sometimes I think my kids aren't listening to me, and I think that they're not getting it, and they get it. Like, I used to get on my daughter about getting up in the morning, right? Not to use her. Like, we used to get on her. Me and my wife get on her. Oh, she lazy. Oh, what are we going to do? And then, it just clicked this year. Now she gets up I know that's something small, but this year it just clicked. Right. She gets up. We don't got to tell her to get up in the morning for school. She does her thing. She's super responsible this year. It just clicked. Yeah. Because we was on her, bro. And that is how life is, yo. It's one day for these kids is going to click if we stay on them and we're consistent, man. We have to stay on these kids.
This is a cop-out, we the people. That's a cop-out. I don't want to hear they be rapping about that life. So the man is 28 years old. It took me until I was in my 30s to really figure out that whatever I rap, I can bring into my real life universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a while for you to understand this. And it's music. It's entertainment, bro. He's not going out here and asking people to. When have you heard Takeoff have problems with anybody but his own fucking family? Like, let's just be real. Like, or a mumble rapper or some shit that ain't even real. Like, it ain't even real smoke. Like, look, man, it's entertainment, man. You should be able to rap how you rap. Whatever I heard from Migos, it always sound like some party type shit, female type shit. I never got that gangster persona from the Migos. I thought it was just some shit that
Nah, they
people
just talk about flossing and shit, man.
Yeah.
Talk about being fly.
Yeah, they players. Yeah, they players with the music.
I get it. The streets don't care. I definitely understand that, bro. But I just wish that the streets would have just be patient enough for this man to get older and understand to not put himself in certain positions. I'm about to be 39 in January. My brothers, you know what I'm saying, are a little bit over 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been there. You know what I'm saying? We understand that it takes time as men to understand that we manifest shit into reality.
Well, we just never know who's going to see this too. Who's going to see
bro,
this?
And how the fuck do we know what how you know what the streets care about, bro? the streets are really abstract, bro. We are the streets. You the streets. Like the streets are like what are the streets, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the streets are a bunch of young people, bro. The streets are a bunch of old people. The streets are people that can be influenced and they can be changed, and the streets have a soul. So don't talk about the streets like it's just this nameless, soulless entity, bro. There are people that could be influenced by negative stuff and positive things. It all depends on what's in front of them, how they can be influenced, how they can be gravitated towards. Because a lot of decisions that are made by people who are in the street is based off of their standing and their surroundings, bro. You know what I'm saying? What they need at the time. You know what I mean? So you don't know, bro. Like, all you got to do is just be there sometimes, bro.
We the people. This is facts. And I will give you this. PNB did definitely rap about nobody being able to take his chain. I understand that. He's a kid. He's young. Don't get me wrong. Old enough to understand, you know, certain things. But these kids are untouchable, man. They think they're untouchable in their heads. Like, this is why we say, like, we're three guys on the screen right now that survived the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we survived it. You know what I mean? I come from South Sacramento. My boy comes from Newark, New Jersey. My brother Ed was from the Bay Area, born and raised. We've been there and done that, got out of it, understand that, you know, look, there ain't no love out there. Let's just keep this shit funky. It ain't no love out there, so why still continue to be out there? And I'm seeing other people right now saying that there was a different story about them being outside. Okay, please enlighten us then, because they're saying that something happened. I guess somebody tried to punch Quavo. I don't know, and then the shots rang out. I don't know. Somebody's saying some different things, in which, look, we gonna kind of steer away from it because I don't know.
Yeah, look, we don't know the whole story. Listen, I said this in the beginning. The energy that you put out there sometimes comes back to you. But my thing is that, yo, you can rap about the streets, you can rap about what you see, but the thing is, that doesn't tell the whole story of your message and your music, right?
Yeah.
We got to put positive imagery out there. But that doesn't mean that, yo, somebody raps about things and then that means that everything in their life is null and void. Their life has no meaning or value. It is a sad story all the way around. So I don't want to hear that, yo, okay, he rapped about some rough things. Nobody can take his chain. So since somebody took his chain and murdered him, it's not sad. It's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that, yo, as older men, yo, be mindful of the energy that, yo, your death can be at the other end of your tongue. All those things that your mother used to tell you, your grandparents used to tell you, that shit is true, bro. Yeah. But you don't see, we are alive to tell that story because we come from a different era. Things progressed to levels. The fade would happen. It would keep going. It would keep going. And then shit would kind of pop off. This generation, everything is microwave beef.
Yeah.
It goes from, yo, you talking shit in an inbox to somebody getting popped, or you going outside and then boom. Because it's just different now. Things progress faster now, bro. What we're trying to do is, yo, we're trying to say to all of you who's out there, bro, if you're young and you hear this, hopefully it lands on you. If you're older, give the message out and pay it forward. But somewhere along the line, the conversation got to be had.
Right.
Yeah, this is facts. And look, man, I know a little, like, any small thing can turn it. I remember being at AMPM on Arden Way, selling my albums. Me, Still, Fingers, my cousin Big. I went up to this young lady and asked her to buy my album. She said, "Oh yeah, definitely." We'll give her the little spill, you know. Hey, you listen to hip hop, blah 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 blah. So her boyfriend walks up. You know, as a man, I instantly turn my attention to him. Like, "Hey, my brother, I'm just showing your girl, you know what I'm saying, my album. Check it out, brother." And he was like, "Definitely, man. It's all good, bro." Like, woo, woo. So I took that energy because I didn't want him thinking I was trying to pop at his girl, because I wasn't. Right. He's like, "Bet, no, it's all good." He reaches you know, he's like, let me get my wallet real quick, bro. He's like, I definitely support you. Comes back up. Next thing I know, I got a fucking pistol to my fucking temple. Right. Thank God my cousin Big just seen what happened and came up and literally cleaned this motherfucking clock. You know what I mean? But you know, it could have been a bad situation. It's anything. It could be anything. It's not just a dice game. It's anything. And what happened with that? I was out there selling my music, something that you know that this guy was attached to. He's known as a musician. You know what I mean? I don't really know how. Look, at this point, Jay King, I appreciate you, my brother. I don't know, and to be honest, I don't really care how it happened. It's just at the end of the day, music isn't even music anymore. We can't even appreciate music anymore because every day an artist is just gone. Every fucking day it seems like we can't. Like I couldn't even imagine being invested in these artists these days because one day they're here, the next day they're gone. When we were younger, all these guys had real beef, and guess was the only artist that passed away? Think about that, bro. Like we grew up in the golden era where Pac and Big, and don't get me wrong, there's a few other guys in the midst of things, but it was real life problems. And motherfuckers always found a way because there was no cameras, there was no social media, there was no extra shit to add fuel to shit. Because everybody knows if you don't know,
Vibe magazine.
That's what killed Pac and Big. Was the media. You know what I mean? They look, these guys are 20 plus, early 20s.
26 years old.
Yes, they're worried about their persona. They're worried about what the world thinks about them. You know what I mean? It's something as simple as that. That turned that took two legends from us. These days, man, motherfuckers is playing for keeps, bro. Like these days, what they call it, they keep a score. Like, bro, they really got a scoreboard these days where they're like, I got this many ops. That shit is scary, bro.
And you know what the first thing that happens? The companies that are behind them, they go out and they got the playlist up on Apple right now.
Yeah.
They're making the money.
More money
than they would have made had the man lived.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And it's crazy, bro. And for me, we as a consumer base, right? Because I just really realized something. I realized that I am not young anymore this year. This is the first year that I realized that I'm detached from popular culture. When I turn the radio on, this is the first year when I realized I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, because if I have teenage children, I shouldn't really know. Like, you know what I mean? I know a lot of them. You know, like my daughter always tells me my music taste is superior because I know who these people are. Yeah. Some of them. But a lot of them, I can't tell the difference between like Lil Baby and a couple of other dudes. They kind of all sound the same to me. They all use auto-tune and they kind of are singing and kind of rapping. But be that as it may, right? Bro, we got to try somehow, some way, to spark the brain of the next wave of music, because the violence and the materialism and stuff, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. This is what the music companies are pushing out there by design, and they're going to keep churning this death out. Yeah. They saw how profitable the death of Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. was, and they've reduplicated that format for the last 25 years.
Yeah. It's not going to stop until we take the culture back into our own hands.
Well, that's why there's good people like Dame Dash that really fights on that, about the corporate entities that they capitalize off the music culture and only promote the negative side of things. The from the lean to and I want to be first to say, like, you know, we all like to watch.
I'm guilty of it, right? I'm guilty of it.
Yeah, I mean, we watch hardcore movies. We were juiced off the hardcore rap music that we listened to. We grew up, you know, we grew up in the era of the NWA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, mob music in Northern California. You know, has a very strong element. Spice One, Tupac. I can go down the line. But what happens is that these corporate entities, they're only exposing that side of it to where it melts down the culture to where we have, because back in the day we used to have like the X Clans and more conscious rap, BDP and KRS-One and stuff like that, and then that all got dissolved because it was creating a wave to have pride in ourselves, musically, hip hop as a culture, and then now it's just a money making machine, and what they want to capitalize on is the death of the music that's being promoted at this time. So when this music, when we see something like this, murder after murder after murder, it's a horrible sight, but they're capitalizing off of all of it. And I just want to say my piece on that, just to feed off of what Wasted was explaining, like,
Well, we had the music in our hands, bro.
Facts.
We had the music. KRS-One talked about this, right? We had the music in our hands,
right?
And Graphk and I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but we had the music in our hands with Sugar Hill Records. Sugar Hill Records was run by Black people.
Mm-hmm. Facts. I think it was a married couple, right?
Yeah, Sylvia Robinson.
Yeah.
Sylvia Robinson and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And they had every rap act at that time. And that record label was started because of, an act that I'm not going to get into. Graphk, you know why, I don't want everybody knowing too much, but you know what I'm saying, that's very near and dear to me.
Mm.
And listen, they had every major rap group at the time, and they could have done the right thing by all of those young people, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And what they do, they went out, and then other cultures got involved in the music, and then it went from there.
Right.
So the thing about it is that, us as a community, we got to do the right thing by each other.
Right. The problem is, though, Wasted, and it's sad to say this, bro, because it hurts my soul. This shit ain't gonna change, bro.
It's not.
None of it. Like it's this is gonna continue to spiral out of control. And all they're going to do,
know what I'm talking about. Pillow Talk Jam.
Yeah, and all they're going to do is keep feeding us other rappers. That's it. It is this. Oh, they're gone. Recycle them. We'll get the money when they did. We'll run that up, and we'll go get another artist and kill them off again. Just like Bruh said, Bentley the Gent said, Empire and Interscope I've had all the recent dead rappers. I don't find that to be a coincidence, you guys. I'm sorry. Like it's just real shit. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy that all these guys are getting locked up, killed, left and right. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me, bro. And especially a kid like him that just seems so humble and so chill. He was the one that was the quiet one. Just seemed like he was the most chill, relaxed dude out of them all. You know what I mean? And for him to get his life took, you know what I mean, for nothing, it's sad, bro. It really is, man. And this shit ain't gonna stop. We did this show tonight just to talk because we felt like we had to get some shit off our hearts, man. Because at the end of the day, man, those don't know. Wasted was making music before. I'm an artist of 20 plus years. Money L was a producer, videographer, artist. Like we've been in the game for many moons. So like this shit affects us, bro. Like this shit made me sit down and write some bars today about just how happy I am where I am in life now.
Right.
I spit some shit for you earlier, L. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like because I'm appreciative of being able to get out of that shit and not even be enamored by that. I used to remember going to the parties and them shits get shot up and just didn't give a fuck. Just kept dancing. I said that shit a million times before because I didn't care. I was just like, whatever, bro. Like I love this shit. Like this I'm built for this.
Right.
Now, bro, if I even ride through a fucking rough neighborhood, I'm like, bro, get me the fuck out of here. Like, get me the fuck out of here, bro. Like when I go home, bro, like Iraq don't even see me, bro. Real shit. I'm like, I slide through South Sac. I say peace real quick, and I keep it moving.
Because I used to feel invincible back in the day,
bro. No, bro. I thought I was totally invincible back in the day. Right. You know what I mean? But you live and you learn, bro. And you real. There's so many instances that I go back and be like, I could have got killed, bro. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why God continued to let me live and to get where I am now. I don't understand. There was a record that me and L did a long time ago called Karma in Reverse that I spoke about before. I got a video on it on the channel where I don't understand why I am where I am now because of all the shit that I did in the past. All I can do is just thank God and pay it forward because that shit that silliness is stupid. And the shit that I used to get away with back then, I couldn't get away with it now. Everybody running around with fucking 30 sticks and shit like it's over with, bro. Like you getting your brains blown out, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I want to touch on real quick. I wanted to touch on the fact that I think that there's a narrative that is being kind of put out there in general about the value of morality.
Okay.
I feel like morality in this country is being eroded. It's being eroded, bro. And I just feel like that has a real big piece of what's going on, just not just in hip hop culture, just in life in general.
Yeah.
In life, there's something to be said about people being good to each other.
Yeah.
People holding the door for people. Not
It's
to
not
sound
just
too
the
old fashioned.
streets. It's not just
It's
the
not just
streets
the streets,
at
man.
all.
I see people that are very, very cruel to each other, man.
Bro, you can go to Twitter and see a kid with autism shoot a basketball for the first time, and everybody floods that fucking shit with, look at this goofball. Look, like, it's sad, bro. Like, when we should be like, yeah, like, that's what's up, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. Because even when I was out there, I wouldn't have found that funny.
Right.
So I don't understand. Like you said, the humanity just does no longer exist, bro.
So when I look at it, I'm like, all right, how do we get that toothpaste back in the tube? As
yeah,
you know, this is what I feel, bro. I feel like it all starts from, like, I think families are at the center of this, right? I think that, like, it might not be religion, because a lot of people say, it's religion, it's this, that. I don't want to get into any of that kind of stuff, because some people believe, some people don't. Whatever you believe, that's on you. But I feel like the thing that drives me and that's at the center of my life is my love for my family, bro.
Yes.
That is what gives me my value as a man. Wanting to take care of my children, wanting to be here for my wife and my girls, and you know what I'm saying? All the people that I hold dear to me. I think Graphk is the same way, and LU. Like, that's what keeps us around. That's why I make the decisions I make in my life, right? I feel like, bro, to that whole ideal, mother, father, son, daughter, I think that shit has been stripped away from us all, and we've all bought into this ideal that shit doesn't matter, and it does, man.
Yeah. Right. I think that and I like to tell a lot of my partners and family members, it's like, it does start at home. If all of us, we have so many friends, so many associates, colleagues, whatever, right? We got to promote the idea of family, meaning that we need to talk to our kids, understand what they are listening to, understand what they're involved in, so that we can give them the game. And if each one of us, men, women, whatever, you standing tall and you're there for your kids, and because years ago my kids was crazy about the Kendrick Lamar song, right?
Yeah.
The drinking song, right? And instead of being like, man, turn it off, you don't need to be listening to that, you're too young, I wanted to understand their perspective, right? And ask them, well, what did you get from that song, right? Where I come from, where my parents, they were completely against rap. They didn't want it in their house. And what did I do? I still listen to it with not literally these headphones, but headphones in secret, listening to hip hop, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I want to change the narrative, and by changing the narrative of parenting, man, is that we got to sit there with our children and just listen to or just vibe with them. We don't have to listen at our own time, but at least we understand what they're listening to at that time, so we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I try to show my kids, they call it old head music. You know what I'm saying? But you feel me? My 16-year-old be like, Dad, that's old head music. But he'll get down with me sometimes. But then I want to listen to what he listening to, so that we can have a real conversation. And I think more people need to do that. It starts with your family, and if we can all promote that amongst each other and start spreading that kind of that wave, that might change a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, building that bridge. Bro,
exactly.
I ride around with my girls all the time, bro. And what I do is, when I ride around with them, like, say, for instance, like last night, right? My daughter had lost her charger. She was like, Dad, take me to the Apple store. I need another charger. I said, all right, cool. So I take her to the mall. I got my nephew in the car with me and shit. We ride to the mall. My nephew like, oh, man, can I get the jack? Like, cool. Give him the phone. They playing their little corny music. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. I'm letting them, I'm vibing out with them. Like, who this? Who that? I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, hit the heart on my joint. You know what I'm saying? So now I listen to their shit on the way there. But on the way back, I said, yo, I got the jack. So they listening to my shit on the way back. They're like, oh, what's this? This hard. Yo, what's this? My daughter like, dad, oh yeah, dad, yeah, I like that one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we got something to talk about, bro. I don't ever just condemn them. That's why when we talk about music, I know about a lot of the new shit, and I don't shit all on the new artists because I listen to them.
Well, let me ask you this, Wasted, real quick. And my apologies, brother. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, bro.
At what point do these artists, these big artists, take a stand and say, you know what? I'm going to lose some money doing this, but we all need to stand together and push the narrative to these younger kids that this shit can't happen anymore. Because at the end of the day, you know you're going to be eliminated in a lot of facets of your life if you end up just going from pushing out that negative shit. Like even Gucci right now, he's trying to change the narrative, like telling artists, you know what I mean, don't talk about dead homies and because I did it and shit got real.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now it's getting even realer.
Facts.
At what point are we all going to rally around this shit and say these big artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know Kanye is trying to put it out there in the universe, but he's also doing it in just in a fucked up way. You know what I mean? Like
his stream of consciousness is too erratic.
Yes, but there's a lot of truth in what he's saying. A lot of truth, a lot of other shit. But how can we get these guys to come together and say this ain't it no more? Because we live in a world, bro, where whoever gets the most likes is the most successful.
You know how I think it's going to change?
People would rather be the Migos right now than Jay-Z, bro.
Yeah, but you know,
think about that. The next generation would rather be Takeoff than Jay-Z, not knowing that Jay is holding a billion in his bank, and he don't have to worry about all the other shit that these guys have to worry about as young artists.
See, the funny thing is, it's not going to be a big artist that changes it. It's going to be somebody that is going to come and they're going to change everything. It's always like that. It's going to be the next, the one. It's going to have to be the one that makes everyone change how they do things. Just like the way music is now, right? There's always that one big artist that comes and changes the culture, good, bad, or indifferent. There's always that one guy. Like I'm gonna give you an example, like Tupac Shakur, right? Tupac Shakur changed hip hop. He changed it in a way where I hate that this happened. I think by him dying, they took the negative aspect of Tupac and they took it and they ran with it. And that's really what changed hip hop.
But the problem with Pac too, though, bro, his most successful album of all time is All Eyes on Me, and that's when the shift happened. That's when the gangster shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, that's
because
when
they took Tupac and they took the negative part of him. He died, and they were able to control what he was about. They're able to control his narrative. If he was alive, Tupac would have changed that because he was about his people. He wouldn't have allowed them to take him and just put him in this box of being this negative guy and this gangster. Because he was so complex when he was alive. He wouldn't allow anybody to do that to him, bro. Yeah. Nipsey was the guy doing that. So like the thing, and he was murdered by people, and I don't want to get into the politics of that, right? So it's gonna take for that next one. It's not gonna be one of these big guys, because once you make it to what Jay and Diddy are, the streets don't listen to them. The streets don't listen to them. It's got to be somebody that comes from that's going to change and bring everybody with them. We all know that. These young boys, it's not us. We done to them. Like, yo, they might listen. We might catch a couple of them, but it's got to be somebody. It would have took like a guy like King Von to do that. Somebody that's down there with him. I know it's not going to be no ignorant motherfucker like NBA Youngboy, but these are the people who got them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you know that.
But y'all, it starts with one.
But it starts with one, and everybody said it'll never be another Tupac, right? But it'll be another person, hopefully, that has that kind of impact on the next generation. So he might not be like, to us, there'll be another Tupac, right? But in the generation before that, people said there will never be another Marvin Gaye, right? Marvin Gaye means something totally different to the people before us. but Tupac means something to us.
So,
right? So who's going to be the next one to mean something to that generation?
do you
The
guys
next
think that
generation?
Nipsey continued to still blend the gangster shit and all the other shit in to grab the streets? Because like you said, you still have to feel like you attached to the streets in a sense. A lot of Nipsey music, even at the end, the victory lap, let's just be real, there was still a lot of gang shit and other shit, but it was mixed in with a whole bunch of game that it was like, wow, when you really sit here and listen, this dude really had it. Like he really had it.
Right.
Do you still have to, is there a balance in that? Do you still have to figure out, let me still give them a little bit of what they want, but then also give them more of what they need mixed in? Like, can you just go all, could a Nipsey just stopped everything and just went completely?
Yeah, because I think it's authenticity, bro. I think that's what people respect. Like people respect authenticity, and people in the chat will tell you, bro, when it's not an act and people know you coming from a sincere place, that's when you win. Like when you like Tupac, that's what everybody love about Pac, because he was fucking sincere. Yeah. He was sincere, bro. Yeah. It wasn't fake. It wasn't contrived. He really grew up that way. He was really that.
Yeah. Right.
He was that. And even if you was from New York, wherever you was from, you can feel it. Nip was real. Like he like that's why it hurt so much when he got murdered. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's gotta be from a real place. So when he grows, you can feel the growth, and you could be like, you know what, bro? I respect that shit, bro, because I know it's real.
Yeah.
Right. And he still Nip had to infiltrate that into his music because it was rolling 60s. That was his that's his tribe. So he had to still stay in that realm, but on the other side, he showed his business side in real life. Yeah. So he showed the neighborhood, you know, hey, this is how we gonna get on. We're gonna build. We're gonna buy out the strip. We're gonna put some clothes here. We're gonna create jobs for the community. So he was pushing that, but he still had to make the music. And if you think about it, his last album, he was really on some elevation. Yeah. If you really listen to that album, it was elevation. That, you know, so I love Nip. I love he was that new artist, that new humanitarian that we need in the industry. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know, bro, you had attachments to Nipsey in the past before he even blew up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Motherfuckers don't like it's, you got to do in the chat talk about Nip is fake love, bro. Listen, I was fucking with Nip when Nip had mixtapes. Like, I love Nip, bro.
Look. I'm not gonna
we all you did right. We're not even doing that. These
no,
men did
no. Look, I'll be real, wasted. I wasn't a huge Nip fan. I had two songs. I was. Yeah, no. I had two songs on my workout thing that you know, I used to play Check Me Out all the time in the gym. But I'm not gonna act like I was the biggest Nipsey guy, but I love what he stood for at the end of at the end of his, when he started doing that victory, and I started seeing the knowledge that he was displaying, I became a fan of him, not his music. I was a fan of Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, if it's fake love, then take it out how you want to take it, Paul. But to be honest, bro, like I love the mind of him. I may not have been in love with everything that Nipsey did musically, but what he was trying to do spawned a lot of what I be trying to do. Like when I try to do like the cancer stuff, like trying to run up a bag for the kids or trying to do something like that, sparks the mind. What did Pac say? I may not change the world, but I may spark the mind,
spark the brain in the next generation,
bro. And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, is trying to and moving forward, man. It's sad because we want to help. We have platforms. We want to help, but it all starts at home. Like with us, we can push this on to our kids. But the sad fucking thing is, and I pray to God nothing ever happens to any of our children. It's always the ones that go out there that have nothing to do with any of this shit that end up getting in the fucking crossfire of some wild ass shit. And motherfuckers act like, oh, you just changed, you done moved out the hood. Yes, because I don't want my kids around none of that shit.
Listen, man. Listen,
bro, there ain't a hood 40 miles in the radius of where I am, bro, at all.
Like the great Star from Star and Buck Wild used to say when he said this show. Star used to say, may your children speak proper English, and may your fences be high enough to keep your yard safe from common ghetto trash. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be real with you. Like when it comes to all of this shit, bro, the next generation will have its person, because There's too much, bro. The pendulum has to swing the other way.
Yeah.
There's too much death. There's too much despair. There's too much violence. And these kids they're gonna get tired of it, bro. They're human beings. And I believe, look, man, I believe there's something greater than us all, bro. I'm not gonna get religious on you, but I know that this world works too perfect
Speak your
in
mind, bro.
concert.
Speak your mind, bro.
This world worked together too perfect for it to be an accident.
On God.
It works too perfect, bro.
Yes.
Photosynthesis and all the things that happens in this earth. We breathe out, we breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. The plants breathe in carbon dioxide and give us back oxygen.
Hey,
everything.
Real quick, let me take a pause for the cause. I want to do this real fast, you guys. Our brother Money L is going to be around doing a lot of these shows with us. He's going to be doing a lot of stuff in the background. If you guys can, real quick, do me a favor, man. I just posted his YouTube channel. It's Ox Online right here. Make sure you guys go subscribe because he's also going to download this and put it on his channel. I'm going to be doing an interview over there with him as well this week. You guys can, man. Make sure you go subscribe subscribe to one of our own. Our brother's a great man, great human being, a great artist, and he puts out a lot of great quality work. So make sure you guys go follow one of our own. And once again, rest in paradise to Mac Dre. It's been 18 years till the day that Mac Dre passed away. Yes, bro. Since that tragedy in Kansas City.
I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah, 18 years ago, bro. Kansas City. And it's crazy that boom, Takeoff is gone the same day. You know, a future legend. You know what I mean? Takeoff was on his way. He was about to take off. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they were doing well, man. Amigos were doing well. I mean, I think they got a few Billies on their their YouTube. So I mean, they definitely have an audience, and that's definitely a blow to the hip hop community because, like, I've only heard their party music. I haven't really heard them on a scale of hardcore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, that's not the era that I come from in the music. I could appreciate all music just being a producer, but I mean, it's definitely a blow to because they are a household name at the end of the day, you know.
They got a whole generation of motherfuckers rapping like them.
And these days, you guys, let's just be real. Back then, and this is no shot at the Migos, but let's keep it funky. Back then, like you couldn't rap about the streets if you wasn't in the streets.
That's true.
You know, a lot of these kids, they're out there in the suburbs getting away with everything. They talk about it. They like back then, bro, we would get called out on our shit.
Right.
If we went anywhere talking that street shit and didn't stand firm on that. A lot of these kids living in the suburbs rapping about the streets, and they some of the biggest artists in the world. You know what I mean? Back then it wasn't like that. You really had to stand on that shit. Right. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We have to normalize that what we grew up with ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't why if you're not from it, why talk about it? Because why glorify something that you ain't really about that?
I think it's what Wasted said. You know, it's a microwave. You know, generation. So
great analogy.
You know, so and people are gonna go with what sells. You know, a lot of artists of today. It is a hard. You know, I mean, Graphk. We know Sacramento very well, and the politics that come with Sac, and it's very real there. But that's what's much more. The kids are going to gravitate to that because that's all that they're hearing. I know that growing up, you know, living in the Bay Area, I'm hearing everybody, you know, playing Mac Mall, playing E40, you know, RBL Posse.
Yeah,
I hear that every day, right? And you know, it came to a point where I started listening to a lot of East Coast hip hop just to hear something different. But now, you know, the internet is here, so it's based on the algorithm. So whatever we, you know, if we're listening to kind of the same kind of genre, right, of hip hop or rap, the algorithm is just going to show you something else that's along the same lines that other people are listening to. So,
and look at other artists that we lost in our area. All legends, Jacka. You know what I'm saying? Like then you go down to LA, we lost Nip, we lost Pac, whether you want to New York claim him, whatever. He represented the West. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, we lost so many artists, Mac Dre, everybody to gunfire, bro. Like who else? C from RBL Posse as well. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different artists, man. that we lose to this fucking nonsense, bro. And it's really sad, bro. It's just like, at what point are we gonna realize like this shit ain't even worth it, bro? Like,
I think it's what you said earlier, though, bro. It's just gonna just
cool
keep
nut.
getting worse.
There you go. Cool nut. Yeah.
You know, it's just gonna keep going until some like Wasted said, until somebody can change the narrative with the music that's popular enough to have that much influence to change.
It's got to start from the ground up. Like I remember when DMX.
But it's not though, Wasted, because these labels are not going to allow it. The power they have on this youth, they have the same thing on the guys coming up in our era, where it's like you either do this or you're gonna be out on the streets. But these guys are trying to get money, get likes, get you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck if a label. These labels are telling these guys, rap about this shit. Nobody want to hear you do a song about your motherfucking mama.
Well, see, you say that, right? And then there's always been eras in this music where there's something that's winning and they keep doing it and doing it until it becomes corny, right? Now, remember when DMX came out? When DMX came out, everybody had shiny suits on. Yeah. Everybody was fucking sampling up fucking R&B records and having people sing on their hooks. Even Hove.
Yeah.
Even Hove went that route with Sunshine and shit, right? And then DMX comes out. And then everybody, you're all done. The shiny suits, that shit is a wrap.
White.
DMX is here now.
Yeah.
It's over. Now everybody's grimy now. And now you can't get away with that shit no more because DMX is here now, motherfucker. The dog is here. That's it. Now everybody is trying to fucking shoot these dark videos, and now everybody's this manic. Like, that's how this shit works, bro. The streets have always dictated what hip hop and what our culture is, and that's the fucking problem now. The streets are not running the culture. The culture in a boardroom is running the streets.
Right.
It needs to go back to the opposite.
Yeah. Right. But I just there's no morals, there's no more principles in the streets. Even back then, if Wasted was out in the streets, right? Say he was 9 years old, he out there playing basketball, and some dudes are selling dope, but on the corner. But they know that Wasted is very educated and he's on his way to be going to a big time school, right? Back then, Wasted, get the fuck away from us, bro. Go back in the house, do your motherfucking homework, bro. It's gonna be a problem, right? We had that. We had that, bro. There was times where I would go grab the ball, boop, boop, go hit, and hey, yo, grab, hey, bro, what the fuck is you doing, bro? This ain't got shit to do with you, bro. If you come back over here, we gonna whoop your ass. Go back over there and work on your handles. You know what I'm saying? It's we don't have that no more. It's okay. You want to be a part of this motherfucker? We'll come through and be a crash dummy. A crash dummy. That's what motherfuckers are these days. Everybody is signing up to be crash dummies because so-and-so is this big, you know, a dude on the streets. They're signing up with these guys to give their life to them and what they signed up for. It's sad, bro. Everybody really is signing up to be crash dummies these days. Back then, motherfuckers was smart enough to be like, bro, I ain't finna go out here and do your fucking dirty work, bro. You got me fucked up. These days, whatever it takes to get, you know what I'm saying, in your presence and in whatever you guys got going on, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And then these guys are in jail for the rest of their life, or they dead, and they got no shot at life again when it's too late. You know what I mean? I hate to continue to say this because it's not gonna happen, but we need that OG again. We need it. It's just I don't know how the fuck it's gonna happen.
Some of the OGs want to be with the youngsters though.
It's happening now, bro.
And that's fucked up.
It's happening because that's not an OG. If you listen, if you ever listen, I don't ever, and I'm not saying I'm no OG. I'm just an older guy. Right. I'm a square. I go to work every day. I take care of my family.
Facts.
But what
that's
I will never do,
that's really gangster though. That's the real gangster.
Look. But what I'll never do is I don't ever compromise who I am. Right. I'm gonna be me. When we all hang out and shit, Docs will tell you, when we all hang out, I'm not drunk, I ain't smoking, and when I get tired, I go up in my fucking room and I go to bed. Yeah. That's it. Look, when it's time for me to go to bed, old man Wasted goes to bed. Yeah. That's it. I'm gonna do what I do because I know who I am. You know what I mean? In this part of my life, I might have you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
There's just nothing good that happens that early in the motherfucking morning, bro. at all. There's nothing
Right.
that can happen that early in the morning that could be good for you, your life, your brand. At the end
What
of the
happened
day,
to us
bro.
in New York? What happened to us in New York, Graphk? We were in the club,
Yes.
right? We were having a good time. We
Mhm.
looked at our watches, we
Sit.
looked around, and I looked at my face and he looked at his face, and we said, we the only two motherfuckers in here with gray beards. We're getting the fuck out of here. And we left. Let's go.
I grabbed my wife, we grabbed Hammer, and we got the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Smart
And
move.
it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's
There's nothing
okay.
wrong with that.
It's okay. We had
Bro,
a few
Trax
drinks.
a Million died from cancer. He was not killed. He had a long fight battle with cancer. Rest in paradise to Trax a Million, one of the greatest producers
Yeah.
from Northern California ever. At East Palo Alto in the building. EPA, right? Wasn't he from EPA?
Yeah.
Or was Trax from
East
San Jose? San Jose.
San Jose.
Yeah. So,
Shout out to EPA though.
but you know, his group was, you know, was in EPA. But
Yeah.
but I'll say this, man. It's just we got to kind of like end it off with a positive note.
Right.
There really ain't nothing that's positive that can come out of this situation because let's just be real. A young 28-year-old black man was murdered in Houston for no fucking reason at all. A successful black man, someone that could actually help shapeshift the culture and help mold the minds of the future. You know what I'm saying? Like that could actually a presence that had, you know what I mean, some power out here, man.
Right.
And we lost one. And that don't sit well with me, man. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I get calls all the time from back home. Damn, so-and-so got killed. So-and-so got shot. Well, I'm not shocked. I mean, you was in the streets. This is what you do. You know what I mean? Like you gang bang, motherfucker. You gonna die at some point. Or you gonna grow old and get lucky as fuck and get out.
Right.
This man didn't do any of that. You know what I mean? He made music. He seemed like a good dude to me. Like I said, I don't know, homie. But from what I seen, he seemed like a young, chill, humble dude that knew his place. This is one thing I respect about him. He never jumped out the window like, I don't get my respect in the group. I don't do this. He played his position until it was time for him to be at the forefront of shit. I love people like that. I always say this. I cannot wait till Wasted has more subscribers than me. I cannot wait till Andy has more subscribers than me. I can't wait till Money L and Hammer have more subscribers than me because it's a beautiful thing, bro. It's a beautiful thing. Sometimes you got to sit back, play your position, and then boom. You know what I mean? It's your time.
Right.
And we all
I don't want more subscribers than you. I see all the shit you go through. You can have that shit.
but I'll say this though. Stupid, bro. Yeah, I do be dealing with a lot of dumb shit. But I'll say this. Watching him, pretty much some of his last words on Drink Champs, where he said, "Don't wait for me to pass to give me my flowers." That was one of the last interviews that this man did recently. And to hear that now is eerie, but he was telling the world, like give me my flowers now, man, because I don't want to wait till I'm gone for this type of shit to happen. And now we're doing a show about him.
Right.
You know, it's fucked up. And mind you, I've never placed any flowers at Takeoff because that's not my music. That's not my kind of shit. You know what I mean? So, but I will give him his flowers because he was a successful young artist that perished way too soon.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I don't know the man. He seemed like a solid individual. He seemed like a real role player, like a dude that can sit back and watch his brothers be Jordan and Pippen and wait until he develops the game to be, now I'm LeBron. And I see him at this point becoming LeBron in his group. Right. And it sucks to not be able to see him finally get to that point.
Right.
That sucks, man. You know what I mean? Right in the middle of your ascension, you're murdered for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
That's pathetic, man. My brothers, any words before we dip up out of here?
Man, condolences to the family and his true active fan base. And, you know, it's a sad situation. And 2022 has been a crazy year in entertainment and music and all the deaths that just took place in the last 2 years. And it's just a sad case, and I hope that things transcend into a more positive note, so that we can actually enjoy the music that we listen to, or the music that our kids listen to. You
Yeah.
know, and get away from the. We got to get away. We got to figure out another route, man. When it comes to entertainment and music, because it's just the streets is overflowing into the music. We watched it, but now it's just getting to a point where every month a artist or somebody of influence, or just really just in the street alone, just people, just everyday people, just getting killed.
And I got to do my part. I got to be better. We were talking about that wasted before we got on here. You know, we lose our cool sometimes on these lives because we're human. You know what I mean? Sometimes people say some wild shit in the chat and we respond with, you know, violence. We respond with, you know what I mean? Like, what's up? Because it's like, we're just trying to protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's just the internet, but we're working on shit too. We're all human beings. Everyone's working on trying to better themselves and be a better version of themselves day in and day out.
Right.
To the chat, like I said before, because of, you know, this situation, it really does put things in perspective. And, you know, we all got to do better. We all have to do better.
Right.
As men, we have kids, we got daughters, we got sons.
Right.
And I just refuse to see my kids. I couldn't imagine, bro. I can't imagine what his family's going through tonight.
Right.
I can't, bro.
Right.
I mean, I can't. This shit's fucking hilarious right now. It's the best way to end this show. Shout out to Skin Diamond, my favorite porn star. You showing up on the hub tonight, Docs?
A goat.
Hey, we on deck. We on deck. You see that pH balance? You see that pH balance? Skin.
I told you, bro. Look, be on the lookout for the OnlyFans Cox ENT.
Cox ENT. Hey, one more time, you guys. We will be doing a lot more build difference. You know what I'm saying? We got to get better on schedule with this shit. But also, you guys, you know, just appreciate you guys for all the support that you continue to bring to us. You know, we know that we do these Raider lives every day, and they're insane. The amount of love that we get definitely outweighs the hate. And for you guys to continuously show up on these shows, it just shows us, man, that what we're doing, we're doing the right thing. We're heading in the right direction. We're building this community, and we're going to continue to add people to our family like Moneyel. That's why I say go subscribe to his channel if you guys can, because we want to build our people up. We want to build our brothers up. We want to build our sisters up. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Moneyel may be able to do this at some point in the future for life, you know what I mean, to financially take care of his family and not even have to leave the house. Maybe eliminate some type of chances where some crazy shit like knock on wood can happen. You know what I mean? Living in the middle of East Oakland, I think it'd be better to work at home, bro. Be able to do what the
fuck. And how, right?
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to say, man, to the chat, we love you guys. We definitely appreciate everything that you guys do day in and day out. We cannot replace any single, like any of y'all. You know what I mean? Even the ones that troll sometimes that we have fun with, even the ones that hate. We need that sometimes to remind us that everything ain't peachy all the motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to the ones that come in here with that fuck shit that put us back in, you know.
Yeah, it's a good slap in the face.
It is. It is because everything ain't peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? Rest in paradise to Takeoff. You know, and condolences to his family. Quavo, I know you feeling some type of way right now. I know you don't know us. I know this probably don't mean nothing to you, but my brother, you need all of the prayers and all the love in the world right now.
Thanks.
And I'm hoping, bless you. I'm hoping that everything. I'm just hoping you can get a good night's sleep and figure it out.
Offset too, man.
Yeah, Offset as well. Bro. I'm hoping I'm hoping that'll bring them two back together, kill off all that cake, you know, that shit that they was dealing with business wise. Hopefully they can get back together, man. And for the bigger, you know, the better of just everything for family's sake, man. It's bigger than music, you guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, great episode. I think we had, you know, great energy in the building. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to doing this again soon. Everybody have a great night. We outro.
True. Please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. I'm just doing everything that I can. Cause all I wanna be is true. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. Cause there's no me without you. And all I want. And all I want.